DD214 Network podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Network is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now because we have you.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful episode of the DD214 Network podcast, hosted by John Clean Sanchez, Jay, the #1 cocksmith, and myself, Joe Squillini. Y'all better look the fuck out today. Our crayons are sharp, the box is full, our bottle of glue is topped off, and our helmets are on tight, baby. We about to rism with the tism. How the fuck are you gents doing?
Good as gold, man. Good as gold.
Well, I wish I could say I was doing better, but Mickey Mouse fucking failed me again. So I'm not actually surprised, but
Well, let's get it out the way.
yeah, like please let's.
Let's get it out the way, okay? Let's talk about it, okay?
Yeah.
I guess
I got
spoilers beware. The Punisher came out.
No, actually, no. That's the spoiler. The fucking Punisher appeared nowhere in the Punisher. The fucking Punisher did not appear in the fucking Punisher.
So,
okay,
so
it's
take
only
it
been
away.
10 years. It's only been 10 years. I just want to remind everybody, John Bernthal first appeared as Frank Castle, if you want to call him that, in whatever the corporate cocksuck that Disney fucking calls it. Okay, he first appeared as Frank Castle, the Punisher, 10 years ago. 10 years ago. There was zero appearance of the Punisher in whatever the fuck that dog shit, pile of fucking horse shit that I wouldn't feed my fucking cat sitting right here. Fucking whatever the fuck that was. Okay? I wouldn't feed that to a starving man. Okay? You might as well take a fucking dump on the ground, okay? And fucking shove somebody's face in it and tell them it tastes good, okay? Because it didn't. And that was not Frank Castle. That was not the Punisher. That had no resemblance to the character whatsoever.
So what bothered you so much about it?
10 fucking years, John. 10 years. I was in Afghanistan on my second tour out of 3.
When he first showed up.
When he first showed up, that was 10 years ago, a decade. Why are we still crying? Why are we still having PTSD episodes? How come we're still holding guns to our head? I've read a lot of comic books, brothers. Okay, and not all of them are called the Punisher, I promise you. But out of all the comic books that I've ever read called The Punisher, you want to know how many times he does that? Not that many in fucking 10 years. He does it twice since he showed up 10 years ago. That is not the Punisher. Frank Castle doesn't do stuff like that. Frank Castle's a fucking killing machine. He's on a war against crime. He kills. He punishes. That motherfucker needs medication. He's schizophrenic. He's hallucinating. He has a substance abuse problem. He talks to himself and his fucking dead kid. That's not the Punisher. That's fuck the wife at this point. Fuck the wife at this point.
Well, he has. That's why he's got dead kids.
He spent half the fucking episode crying over his dead girl. He totally forgot about his fucking dead boy this time. Totally forgot about him this time. It's only like the third or fourth time since John Bernthal took over the mantle that fucking he's been crying over fucking something, right? And I'm gonna hold a gun to my head. Oh, look how fucking scary I am. Yeah, you're not scary, bro. You need medication and a fucking padded room. Get the fuck out of here. Shit, you ain't fucking shit.
Fuck.
That is,
If you like that episode, read a fucking comic book. Read a fucking comic book. I'll be the comic book guy this time.
That's a super fair assessment. A super fair assessment.
Worst episode ever.
Now,
here, let me pull up the title again. Worst episode ever. That was not Frank Castle. That was not the Punisher. Mickey Mouse chopped your dick off, and if you liked it, you're sucking on your own fucking chopped off dick. Okay?
All right. So let me ask you this, right?
Oh, give me some money. Just get out there and make me some money.
So let's say this was 10 years ago, right? Would this have been a different conversation?
They did that 10 years ago. They already did that. We've had him in Daredevil season 2. We had him in Punisher season 1 and season 2. Okay? We waited years, plural, in between all of those. We just waited years for a 45-minute fucking crybaby episode, okay? Where fucking, like, that dude, like, did that dude have a dick? Did he even have a dick? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, I saw no balls in that episode.
Yeah.
Like, literal no balls. Literal no balls.
Hey, that is a fair assessment, but I do want to ask you, if this was 10 years ago, right? And this specific episode came out 10 years ago, right?
It already did. It actually already did.
Yeah, well, would the PTSD perspective of it.
That was okay 10 years ago because if you want to take a character from the comics, okay, and since we're talking about the MCU, we've got plenty to go through, right? Because we know they delve a little bit from the comics, and that's okay because not everything transfers to the silver screen. You know, that part's fine.
Which is a horrid reality.
They did that. They did that already, and they've already done it with him specifically playing that character more than once. That was a fucking 45-minute fucking jerk off session. That was gross. It was gross. It was gross that it took them years just to come up with that. Okay, that's an insult to everybody's intelligence. Like, gross. Absolutely corporate cocksuckery. Okay, corporate cocksuckery. That was not Frank Castle. Oh, and by the way, John Bernthal, if you're out there listening, okay,
of course he is.
Law enforcement does not own the Punisher. Okay, the Punisher is not for fucking law enforcement. And how fucking dare you ever fucking say law enforcement? Okay, the Punisher is for fucking military and law enforcement. No, the finger fuck he is not. He explicitly states that he is not. He explicitly states he's not a fucking hero. He doesn't want to be seen as a hero. He doesn't want fucking fanboys. Okay? You, John Bernthal, are a fucking disgrace. Fucking disgrace.
Well, if it makes you feel better, John Bernthal actually just said the other day that he won't be coming back. He won't be coming back as long as he has control. As long as he has control, and he did not have control of this.
I don't give fuck all, dude. Fuck the excuses. You want to know why he said that? Because everybody fucking literally saw right through that bullshit. The Punisher does not belong to the Punisher. Does not belong to the military and fucking law enforcement. He is explicitly not the military and not fucking law enforcement. And how fucking dare that motherfucking asshole say that he fucking like read the comics all these fucking years and come out and fucking make a dumbass fucking statement like that. What a pile of fucking horse shit. The Punisher's not a good guy. Right. The Punisher's a bad guy. Okay?
He is.
The word anti-hero, when you put anti in front of the hero part, he's not a good guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the Punisher belongs to the military and law enforcement and he's not a good guy, what the fuck are you actually saying, dude? What comic did you read? What comic book did you actually read? God. Boring.
I hear you.
I mean, when he first started the role, he came out and said he'd never read a Punisher comic before. I'm not defending Bernthal because
That was before it all came out.
Before.
That was
Yeah.
before.
When he got cast, he walked into a comic book shop, asked the person working there, I just got cast as the Punisher. What comics do I need to read? And they handed him like 4 books, and they didn't even hand him the good ones.
Well, maybe
apparently.
maybe the comic book clerk is the one we should be blaming.
Well, maybe.
Well, fuck that guy too, okay? Fuck that guy too.
Maybe we should stop fucking trusting Hollywood assholes that just fucking are mouthpieces for corporate fucking suckers of Satan's cock. Because that was not Frank Castle. That was not the Punisher. I'm just gonna spoiler warning. Don't waste fucking 45 minutes of your time. Okay, the first kill in that episode that is not a hallucination is halfway through the episode.
Or flashback, yeah.
The first time you see the skull on his chest, that's not a hallucination or a flashback, is 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes before the final credits. Don't waste your time. Don't give him the fucking clicks. That is not the fucking Punisher. Don't fucking do it, guys. Dolph Lundgren's Punisher, where the whole movie there's no skull, was way fucking better than that. Go back to 1988 and watch Dolph Lundgren's The Punisher, okay? Okay, that's the first Punisher movie I ever saw. I was like, yeah, less than 10 probably, okay? You're wasting your fucking time. Don't give Disney the clicks, okay? The mouse hates you, the mouse hates God, and the mouse hates the United States of America, okay? Don't fucking give them your money. Don't give them your money.
Not fucking hating the USA, Jesus fucking Christ.
Disney probably supports Israel. Oh, did I say that out loud?
They literally just scooped up a bunch
Iran.
of shit.
They support Iran.
They scooped up a bunch of shit. They shoved it right in your face, okay? And they told you it tasted good. They're feeding you shit and calling it caviar. That is not caviar. That wasn't even fucking Frank Castle. And John Bernthal, fuck you. Fuck you, John Bernthal. You fucking sellout motherfucker. You're a fucking sellout. You're a fucking sellout. You fucking ruined it, dude. The Punisher's fucking dead. The Punisher's fucking dead again on screen after that fucking atrocity, whatever the fuck that was. That's not even fucking that.
So I will say that, you know, all the questions that I asked you, right? Those were the reasons why I liked it, right? And that was pretty much it because of the perspective that it gave, and that for me that was pretty much it.
It was okay 10 years ago. It's okay to go in it's okay to go in a little bit of a different direction, especially for the silver screen. That was okay 10 years ago. Like it's not okay when this is like the third. Oh, should I be the Punisher? Should I not be the Punisher? I'm retired. I'm not retired. I'm suicidal. I'm not suicidal. I'm having a fucking PTSD fucking flashback episode again and again and again. No, dude, get on medication, dude. You have a substance abuse problem. You're schizophrenic, dude. You're talking to your dead kids. 1 batch, 2 batch, penny and dime. You just fucking ruined it. You just fucking ruined it. You just fucking ruined it, dude. Boring.
Well, there you have it.
I mean, I do group therapy with actual combat veterans every fucking week. Okay. Yeah. I don't want like, if I wanted to see somebody running around yelling and screaming and crying, having a fucking PTSD episode,
you'd go there.
I'll just look in. No, fuck no. I'll just go look in the mirror. I'll just go look in the mirror. I can do that every day. I can do that every fucking day. I mean, that's easy. Like the Punisher as a character is supposed to be a little bit more cold, like machine-like.
Yeah.
He actually punishes. Like the whole point of the Punisher is he gets to do the things that normal, good people, good-hearted Captain America types aren't allowed to do in the comics. That was his whole. That's what makes him so compelling. He's a really bad guy, but because he takes all of his bullshit out on other bad guys, right?
The good guys turn the other cheek.
That's what makes it compelling. But I saw about this much, and I haven't seen much more than this much. Well, in 10 years, because they've had 10 years and they still can't get.
But the verdict,
they still can't get this dude right. They still can't get him right, dude.
But the verdict is, if this episode came out 10 years ago, it would have been a lot. It would have been right.
Let's pretend that the other shit never happened 10 years ago. First, Jay.
Also F-. That would have been a big like this episode. That was not Frank Castle. That's not what Frank Castle does. That's not how he behaves. That even when he's in a bad moment, there are comics where Frank has lapses, if you want to call it a lapse or having an episode. He has episodes in the comics sometimes.
It happens in the video game too.
Here's my question then. Here's my question then for you, Jay. So let's say this episode, like the initial seasons never happened, or they did happen 10 years ago, but this was the first episode of the show in general.
I take him out.
And then they end at that part with the skull, and then they lead into the rest of it being that cold stoic version.
You mean like at the end of Daredevil and at the end of season 1 and at the end of season 2? No.
I said, none of that ever happened.
No. I'd pull that dog by its fucking collar around the back of the fucking shed, and I'd Christy Gnome that motherfucker. Okay, I'd Christy Gnome them, or I'd get a pail of water. And fucking Michael Vick his ass. Okay, like no, that's not Frank Castle. That is not. It's such a crime to the character. That is such a crime.
Oh my God.
I'm saying they used this episode as the first episode of any show.
Worst. That was the worst. That was the worst I've ever seen anybody ever try to put the Punisher on screen. That was absolutely not the Punisher. I
can't believe that you brought up a Christy Gnome reference and it had nothing to do with her husband.
Who's got a dog? I feel like shooting.
Fuck me, dude.
Hey, by the way,
and Pete is now on our shit list. We'll just add that one over here to the notes.
Well, blind people don't like us, so that's another one.
Did you see the size of Christy Gnome's husband's tits? Did you guys see that shit? Her husband's got some fucking huge tits. Did you see that shit? Did you see that shit? I saw it. Did you guys see it?
There was a lot of things that came out about Gnome's husband a couple weeks ago that are questionable.
They're both fucking other people. Typical Republican fucking hypocrisy. But what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
He's like a grinder crossdresser.
So,
but yeah, that's more on the writers than John, though. Yeah, I mean, he said he's not coming back unless he has full control. But
I don't want him back as the he's done with me. He's dead to me. That motherfucker will never be the Punisher to me. That what a fucking sellout. What a fucking sellout.
Well, what else did you watch?
Who didn't sell out? You know who didn't sell out? Thomas Jane did not sell out 22 years ago. 22 years ago, Thomas Jane did not sell out. Okay? Fuck you, John Bernthal. You fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. You fucking corporate.
Look, I'm going to be out there and say
No, it's okay to say, John. He sucks Satan's cock.
No, I wasn't going to say that at all. I was going to say my favorite Punisher was Ray Stevenson.
That's okay. I would say Ray Stevenson actually looked the part probably more than any of the others.
Yeah.
You got Lundgren, you got Jane, you got Stevenson, and this fucking pussy, whoever the fuck he is. I'm not going to say his name anymore, but this fucking pussy's out, dude. This fucking pussy's out, dude. I am done with whatever Disneyfied pussy ass fucking version of whatever they think is the Punisher. It's not. That not even close. Just you know what? Here, I'm gonna open my mouth. I want you to take my whole ass childhood, okay, and squeeze it into your bowels, and I want you to fucking squat over my face and just shit in my fucking mouth. Okay, and tell me it's my childhood, okay? Because that's what they just fucking did. That was not the Punisher. That wasn't even fucking.
So what else did you watch this week?
Yeah, what else did you watch this week? Because you said you watched something else.
An actual good movie where actual people actually read the source material and actually did a fucking good job.
Well, what fucking movie was it?
Dune.
Oh, Dune.
Yeah, but I hadn't seen part 2 yet. So I had previously seen part 1, but I watched 1 and 2 back to back because it's actually like it's all one story. Like 1 and 2 is actually just one story.
Yeah.
But you watch them back to back. It's a 5-hour fucking movie basically. And that's what happens when people actually read the subject matter that they're trying to correlate between printed word and silver screen. And that's a great example of what happens when you actually fucking read and actually understand what the fucking authors or creators are trying to get across, like the message they're actually trying to get across, because whatever the fuck that thing was on the mouse channel, I don't know what the fuck that was. I literally don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah. So Dune.
Yeah,
thank you.
Dune.
Oh,
Let's.
Isn't it funny too? Because in Dune, like they talk about like, you know, mining and harvesting spice, which is a fucking hallucinogen, right? Like I couldn't take enough hallucinogens to make me fucking pretend that whatever I saw on the mouse channel, like, yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny what actually happens when people actually read their source material and actually try. Like Dune is a great example of what happens when people actually try. Because even if you half-ass it, you're still gonna get halfway there because at least you fucking tried. Okay, Dune is fucking amazing. Okay, and by the way, part 3 comes out, I believe in December. If society doesn't collapse before then, it's supposed to come out in December. So be on the lookout, kids. In about
it comes out like a week after Doomsday.
I think it's not quite. It's a little over 6 months from now, right? It's
something
May, right?
like that. Yeah.
December 18th is when it comes out.
Thank you. 7 months. 7 months from today. 7 months from today, kids. Okay, that's a good example.
It comes out on the exact same day as Doomsday.
Oh, the same day. Okay.
What's Doomsday? What's that about?
That's the next Avengers movie.
Oh, with what's his fuck plan?
With Downey Jr. coming back as Doom, and Chris Evans after retiring at the end of Endgame as Cap, and then now coming back as Cap. Yeah,
I'm gonna go watch Dune. I'm gonna go watch Dune and fucking and laugh at everybody that wastes their money on fucking anything in the MCU right now. I'm just gonna laugh at every single person that wastes their money on anything Disney or MCU related.
Yeah. Well, you know,
you're all a bunch of cucks.
Yeah.
You're all
Dune review.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I actually read the source material. Like I know when I'm being hoodwinked. Thank you. I know when I'm being hoodwinked. I paid $0 for that, and I will still never get my 45 minutes back. Okay, I still got fucked. Okay, with cactus.
Yeah. Well, you know, Westworld's coming back.
You said that last week, I believe.
Westworld is coming back, and no one knows what's going on with it. All we know is that it's going to be a movie. It's supposed to be the movie.
Did you say movie?
It's a movie.
They're not doing a season?
I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're doing they're doing a Westworld movie.
Oh, see, I can hear the corporate slime. Like it's like leaking out of my ear.
No, but isn't it weird how Westworld kind of predicted a lot of shit that's going on today with AI? So it's kind of relevant, even though the ending kind of sucked at season 4.
I mean, Isaac Asimov did the same thing before.
Yes, he did.
I mean, they've been predicting a lot of this stuff for a long time, brother. Like that is not.
Oh
really,
yeah,
that's not much of a statement.
Ooh, so what is next?
Hopefully not the Punisher.
It's not the Punisher, Jay. Squillini, what you got?
I don't know how to fucking follow up that bullshit. It only took us almost 30 minutes to get him off of that soapbox.
I'm breathing. I'll go take my blood pressure medication here in a minute. Like,
shit!
Wait all week to get that off my chest.
Well, good. I'm glad you got it out.
Very
A
disappointing.
little bit of an adventurous weekend. Ended up daughter's friend stayed the weekend, so we ended up getting up early. Well, not early. I mean, out the house by like noon on Saturday. Went to a barcade place that's just an arcade during the day, but still serves adult beverages. But they also do they have a wood-fired pizza oven too. So I was fucking starving when we got there. I got me a fucking pizza and a bucket of beer while the kids fucking played, you know, good old fashioned like OG Ninja Turtles and Donkey Kong arcade machines that only take one token to fucking play versus, you know, insert 4 coins for 20 seconds of gameplay.
Fuck that. Just 3D print the coins and put them in. They fit.
I set up an arcade in GTA Online the last couple weeks, and I completely filled the whole place. And I've been just going into my own arcade in playing a video game within a video game, because you can play all the video games in GTA, right? Some days I log on and I'm like, fuck it, I just want to play an arcade game.
And then after I was done with the pizza and my beer, me and the wife, we walked over. There's a brewery right across the street from it. The girls were still killing off the $40 in coins we got them. Had a few beers there, and then there's this distillery right next door that I've been saying every time we go out to that area that at some point I want to go during the day when they're open and fucking, tour it and try their shit. Finally actually was able to do that. And their tasting, their pricing wasn't bad.
What kind of, is it like a whiskey distillery, or?
So they do a vodka, a gin, and then everything else is whiskey.
Okay. Out of curiosity, honestly, how is their vodka? Because everybody does whiskey. How is their vodka?
So their tasting is $12, which is not bad. To try, a pour of each of their fucking things is not bad. So the vodka was the first one they started with. I mean, I'd already had 8 beers before we went in.
Is that all?
So, well, not light beers, Jay. I'm talking 7% and up by volume beers.
It was a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Most people don't.
I mean, they start the tasting. They start the tasting with their vodka, and it's a fucking vodka. I mean, unless you're buying bottom shelf Aristocrat, vodka's vodka to me. It just tastes fucking like vodka.
Water? Like water? Yeah. A little bit.
Then they do their gin. The thing I like with their gin is they use a corn spirit. So they use a grain spirit,
wait.
corn.
Say that. Okay.
They start.
You heard that too, right?
The base spirit. So all of their vodka, all of the bases are just the clear corn liquor they distill. And then for the gin, they add the juniper and all that other shit. And it didn't taste like a fucking gin to me. It had more. It was like an herbal fucking moonshine almost.
Almost like a palate cleanser. That sounds like a palate cleanser. That's like something you would sip on after a certain course of a meal, almost.
Yeah, right? And then they have their 8 whiskeys, 4 rye whiskeys, and then 4 bourbons. And I ended up fucking walking out buying a bottle.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
And then with the tasting, they give you a little glass too. With the tasting, they give you a little glass with their logo and shit on it.
Yeah, that's fucking nice.
All right.
So this one is actually an experimental blend they did, which is their standard bottled in bond bourbon. But then after they finish aging it in the oak barrels, they put it into a barrel that they seasoned with simple syrup, bitters, citrus, and cherry to give it a little bit of an old-fashioned taste without needing to make an old-fashioned.
We thought he said the same thing from the dungeon. I swear to God.
I said corn 9 different times. Apparently, corn and porn sound very similar.
It sounds. I heard a P. You were thinking about some.
I said
porn,
fucking
dude.
corn. Okay.
I mean, I'm thinking about porn right now, but that's just me. That's about 23 and a half hours of the day. So that's just normal.
And then from there, we went and grabbed dinner with some friends, and then we went and saw Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh, how was that? How was that?
I enjoyed it just as much as the first movie.
Yes.
My downside is, after watching The Boys all these years now, Carl Urban with an American accent as Johnny Cage, all I saw was Billy Butcher.
Wait. They made him Johnny Cage?
Yeah.
Yes.
God damn, dude. Hey.
He was. I mean, he was good.
Hey, do you guys want to know?
Johnny,
you guys want to know who my heroes were when I was a kid? Fucking 60-year-old men were my hero. No, the fuck they weren't. No, the fuck they weren't. In the 80s, it was fucking goddamn Arnold and fucking goddamn Sylvester Stallone and Jean-Claude Van Damme, okay? Like, they weren't 80-year-old dudes trying to fucking play action heroes, okay? They seriously made Carl Urban Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Like
he actually like he really
he's only
embodies the
50,
character.
Jay. He's only 50.
Oh.
He's a washed up action star. That's the story.
But that's the story, is he's a washed up action star. And that's even like in the games, that's kind of his backstory too. So
yeah, except he doesn't look like a fucking except his face doesn't look like a fucking raisin in the video game.
Okay. I will say that I don't think Carl Urban is handsome enough to be Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage is supposed to be like a quintessential action star.
I do agree with that. He's supposed to be like this heartthrob, this thirst trap, this Carl Urban. I don't know if he is that.
They definitely, I mean, even the wife was like, I preferred the 90s Johnny Cage over this one.
Agree.
And I'll agree with that. Just because it was hard to see him as Johnny Cage. Now, like, if they did this 15 years ago when Urban was a lot younger,
that's different.
It might have worked.
He still looks the same though. But I mean, look, I've been more in Jay's defense. I am more excited for Street Fighter than Mortal Kombat. I know Jay's not probably feeling that sentiment, but I am more excited for Street Fighter, and I think I'm part of the 1% with that too.
I'm really excited for it.
I want to make it very unequivocally clear here. Like, I am a jaded, cynical asshole. Like,
we know.
About 99.98% of the time, it is nobody's. If you like something, if you have a hobby, if you hear your friendly neighborhood Jay making fun of it, do not take offense, because that's just me being an.
I mean, actually, be prepared, because it's going to happen in about 15 minutes too.
Well, I like people that like their stuff, right? What I don't like is when people like their stuff and it gets fucking shit on. I don't like that.
It's not Street Fighter without Raul Julia, and you know what? I can't argue that. I can't argue that.
His literal final on-screen appearance, like his final performance, and it was for his kids. It was for his kids.
Yeah, it was.
It was for his kids. Okay.
Yep.
And for him, it was just a Tuesday. It was just a Tuesday.
And he played one of the biggest characters in gaming history, and he fucking did great on it.
I'm looking forward to.
I literally remember seeing that in the movie theater, John. I literally remember seeing that in the theater.
I'm definitely looking forward to Street Fighter just because of the effects nowadays, and the way they're able to pull off stuff differently. But I will agree with the old school stuff. I mean, I was a kid watching that shit. Like, knee high to a fucking grasshopper.
We had Street Fighter parties.
Well, look, here's
and I would have fucking the whole crew would come over, and we had a fight stick for the NES, and we would fucking
So I'll put it this way: I know what happens in Mortal Kombat 2, but I don't know what happens in Street Fighter, because I'm avoiding spoilers for that one. And I think that should tell you how I feel about the franchises, because the first one, it was good. The first Mortal Kombat was good, but there was just some lore differences that they made, and you know me, I like my lore.
And I wish I had avoided. I wish I had not avoided spoilers and just not wasted 45 minutes of my life this week.
Jay, if you say it one more time, I'm gonna fucking.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to put something in your ass if you bring it up one more time.
Don't worry, I've got the mute button toggled up for his ass. Don't worry, I got this.
Oh, you can't possibly fuck me any harder. Okay. It's
okay.
Right now.
So you don't like Mortal Kombat, you don't like Lego Batman, you don't like Spider-Man.
I am curious.
I didn't say.
But you know what he does like, D? D's nuts.
These nuts.
And that's funny because it could be D's nuts or D's nuts. So whichever way you want to say it, if you want to put the comma in between, it works.
I think there are a lot of things that some of the if you want to say refurbished franchises do that they do kind of well, like the first Mortal Kombat that recently came out, like the refurbished one. The fucking fatalities in that movie were exceptionally done well.
Oh,
like that.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing.
Thank you for an R-rated Mortal Kombat movie because that's what it's supposed to be.
Well, and that's the thing. Even with this one, they kept that same premise, like with the fatalities and
as
shit.
They should.
It was just as fucking good as the first one. I mean, when spinning saw blade hat guy fucking gets his shit rocked by his own fucking hat.
Kung Lao. That'd be Kung Lao.
Yeah, and
stop paying attention to names.
And I want to go back. It's not that I don't like Mortal Kombat. It's just that I liked Street Fighter more than Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah,
right.
So that's.
I mean, I played more Street Fighter back in the day than I did Mortal Kombat.
My mom didn't let me play Mortal Kombat
because of the fatalities.
Oh, yep. I had to go to my friend's house.
Damn it, John! Puff pass, motherfucker!
I had to go to my friend's house, White Bobby's house, just to go play Mortal Kombat.
Fucking White Bobby. Of course, it was the white kid on the block where you had to go to play it.
That's because there's a lot of Bobbies, and sometimes you have to differentiate by like. Did you know out here in
Kansas, this
like,
was 14th Street Robbie, who used to sell weed too. So
out here in Kansas City, like in my area, like I'm White Jay. Because there's not just one J out here. Okay, I got bad news, everybody.
Yep.
I'm White J. The one with PTSD.
So what else, Squillini? But overall, did you enjoy the movie? You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie, and then I mean, yesterday was typical fucking Sunday house cleaning, yard work.
We both got birthdays coming up.
I messaged you guys because John, you'd asked us to join something yesterday, and I finally responded, and apparently Jay was going to show up and then fell back asleep because that's what Jay does best.
You missed your friend. You missed your friend Brandon.
But
that's what happened.
I was fucking mowing the grass, and I'm like 3 passes shy of fucking having the whole yard done. And all of a sudden, my mower just goes, dum, dum, boom!
Ooh.
So my first thoughts yesterday, because I was just pissed off. It was hot outside. It was like 95 degrees. I'm done. I'm like, I'm going to go in. I'm going to shower. I'm going to fucking, do shit inside. I'm done with this shit. Fuck this. I kicked the lawnmower like 12 times. I went back and looked at it today. Luckily, it wasn't what I thought. I thought the motor blew up on me. The fucking transmission belt fucking was apparently dry rotted, overheated, and then snapped. And the loud boom was the belt snapping.
Nice. Just what you need.
So, well, the good thing with that is instead of me now having to buy a whole new mower, it's a $10 fucking part at the hardware store.
Who's our Iron Bjorn? Who's our
Iron that's Bjorn? One of the guys. That's one of my buddies from Tennessee.
Dying right now. That is fucking funny.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
I don't know, but I like his style. You should definitely, and if you go to KC, stay out of Independence, because that's where you'll bump into this asshole.
He's a grunt like you, Jay.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Well, he'd be fine in Kansas City then. This would probably be the safest city in the fucking in the States for him then.
Yeah, when we had that whole incident at our old apartment complex where we had to move from our apartment to the townhouse, him and his wife's hateful, who we keep seeing pop up.
Yeah.
They came and helped me move. So it's my people.
Okay.
It's your people.
Now,
it's your people.
Okay, they were my people first. They're our people now.
Is it a friend of yours or is it a friend of ours? Like that's the
No, I don't know who they are, but
yeah,
you know that they've been.
They're part of. They're one of the admin and groups over people from over at Basement.
Anybody that wastes more than 30 seconds on the three of us is our people. Okay. Because if you can stand us for more than 30 seconds, hey, you're already on my good list.
Yeah, yeah. So go
Dude,
on.
he stayed at my house. I'm pretty sure he can stand us for more than 30 seconds.
Winner, chicken dinner.
All right, what else you got?
How you healing up though, Iron? But anyways, that's pretty much all I got. I was back to fucking work today. You know, the grind, making money.
I like to hear.
I mean, we're getting ready. Kid's getting ready to be done with school. She's got half a day tomorrow and then half a day on Wednesday for exams, and then her summer break starts. So
is she excited?
She is. I'm not so much, because then that means I don't get the peace and tranquility in my house during the day anymore while I'm working.
You'll be fine.
You'll be all right.
It's time to put some fucking egg cartons on that wall.
So I ordered a ceiling mount for my battery operated turret Nerf gun and some motion sensors, and I'm wiring up a fucking board. So that way, if she walks in the office, it just spins around and fucking shoots her ass while I'm working.
See, only you would even think about something like that, and then not on top of thinking about it, you actually implemented the plan. Like you actually did that. Like,
I mean, it's gonna backfire on me at some point, because there's gonna happen to be that day where I'm working and the wife's off, and then she comes to walk in and get shot too, and then I'm gonna be required to take it down. However, in the meantime.
That sounds like a fun household to me. That sounds like fun.
That sounds like, and that's a future me problem. When that happens, that's a future me problem. So
that's good shit.
Yeah.
John, how was your week?
It was good. It was very productive, very busy.
I'm so sorry I missed yesterday. I was right there with you.
I can't talk about too much of what happened in there, as you know, for the reasons, yo. And for those who don't know, I'm filming a movie, and we are about weeks away from filming, and I couldn't be more excited. And we had our first public table read, kind of public, and then we're gonna have another one when we do draft 3. And we got some really good insights, suggestions, and I couldn't be more excited for this movie to come out. We're trying to shoot for maybe a fall release. It could be possible it comes out in the winter. But that's, that all depends on like the editing and stuff like that. We're currently working on music and all that. So no, my camera's being fucking funky today. Don't worry, Jay.
Sorry.
No, it's not you. Don't worry.
I was gonna say it keeps adding the fucking bokeh blur to you even.
I have no idea what the fuck it's doing, but it was good. And then this past weekend, I released the Time Travel Files episode 2.
That was amazing. That was fucking amazing. I watched all that.
Thank you.
And I fucking loved that shit.
Thank you.
Good. That was good.
That was
like a throwback to old school, like Coast to Coast AM with fucking Art Bell. It was like old school, like 2:00 in the morning, and you flip to the random cable channel, and they're doing like a creepy ass documentary on some shit that nobody's ever solved, And you're completely intrigued but mildly creeped out. That was that. And that was that was tits. That was tits.
I couldn't be so funny enough. Episode 1 was about Barron Trump, which was about me debunking. You remember, right? Where I had to pretty much debunk that Barron Trump is not a time traveler, because
I want to throw out the fact that you had to debunk the fact that the spawn of.
Has anybody seen any of his dad's posts in the last 48 hours? Like,
it's been fucking one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my fucking life.
That's why John had to debunk that, is because his dad, the president, mind you, not the celebrity, not the freaking reality TV star, the president is putting out shit
Yeah.
fucking crazier than that. That's why John has to waste his fucking
and here's the thing about that. The reason why I had to debunk that is because, Jay, what did you say about an hour ago? I'm sorry I'm going to bring it up, but Jay said because people don't fucking read the source. And the source had nothing to do with time travel. Just a couple little coincidences that happened. Maybe Iverson Ingersoll was a time traveler. Maybe. Who knows? But
I liked what I got into. You remember how I told you guys, like, I never really made it very far in math, like in my public schooling education, but I get a lot of the concepts, and a lot of the concepts, when they're broken down, make a lot of sense in my head. And we've talked about time travel on this show before. We've had some discussions, like short discussions, but still discussions. We've had discussions on this show about time travel, and there are certain things that work with time.
And you know what's funny?
Made it fascinating.
You've brought up this thing, and this is something that John Titor, either depending on your perspective, has proven or has explained. You know, what's that thing about time travel? What is it about time travel that you need to get correct in order to time travel?
So the way we understand physics as of right now, at least as far as public knowledge, you can't go backwards. You can definitely go forwards. Like the math all works going forwards. You can time travel going forwards. You're not, as far as the math and the physics and everything we know, you shouldn't be able to go backwards, because that would
correct.
There's a lot more math to it, and there's a lot of holes in the math that we have discovered up to this point in time, being 2026. We have not discovered the math yet to do it backwards. Okay,
and if you look through the studies, the John Titor files, I would like to call, he explains that time travel isn't even invented until the early 2030s, and we're only 4 years away from that.
Well, and we've also stated this before too. Like, it doesn't mean it can't happen. It just means we haven't done the math. Math works forwards and backwards. It works up and down. It works left and right, diagonal. Math is math is math is math. 2 + 2 = 4. That will never change. That will never change. That is an unequivocally true statement. Now, what I did like about the John Titor story was that what it sounded like to me with John Titor was more of like the mini worlds theory. There's several different theories. John Titor's sounded a lot more like the mini worlds theory, like in other words, a multiverse, like
a layer of film strips in a way. You know,
my one of my probably my favorite all-time favorite book series is The Dark Tower by Stephen King. In the fifth book, in the fifth Dark Tower book out of 7. There's a single chapter called Hidden Roads, and there's a character from was it Pet Cemetery? His name is Father Callahan. I don't remember if it's Pet Cemetery or
I can't remember either. I don't.
Anywho, the character from a different Stephen King book discovers a way to move into different multiverses. And sometimes it's going into a door that wasn't there before. Sometimes it's just taking a right down a dirt road that had never been there before. And as soon as you start walking down that road, or as soon as you walk through that door, you are in a different multiverse. Okay. That is something that is a theory, that is an actual theory in actual science, actually not disproven yet. Actually not disproven. It's not proven, but it has not been disproven yet either. That's why it's a theory. And that's why it's called the mini worlds theory. And John Titor's story sounds like the mini worlds theory. Like you said that in John Titor's world, like
Y2K.
Y2K, the World Trade Center didn't even exist in his world. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's not, because like what my thing was is that he said something that the building did not exist in New York during his time, but my theory is that it was the Twin Towers, because 3 years after he said that, the Twin Towers were gone, and what my theory pertained to was the World Trade Center, the one that we know, was never built in their timeline for whatever reason.
for whatever reason, and that is a thing that if you go off the many worlds theory, that is a completely possible end result, basically, at a certain time in juncture like that.
Now,
Like, you do all the what ifs. It's like in Marvel, like the what if series.
yeah.
What if?
Now, I do have something to pick your brain and talk about because I know you're a retro computer guy. The
I am.
fucking IBM.
Fascinating. Absolutely. I think that was the part that sucked me in the most, because
Me too.
that would make sense. That would, like, you remember how I told you my dad was in the computer industry?
Yeah.
And I grew up around my dad being in the computer industry from the fucking 1980s. I remember going to my dad's work in downtown Tucson when I was a little kid, and the computer room was a bunch of big round tapes. Okay. And
yeah, the with the fucking 3 triangles in them and shit.
that was the computer room, and that was where they stored all the data on those tapes.
And how big was that thing?
Tapes. Say again.
How big was that thing?
It was the tape or the room?
The actual machine that you put the tape on.
Where they stored it, they were like hanging on, like, it would almost look like clothes hangers, and it was they were about the same size around as a record, but it was tape. Okay, and there was information stored on all of those tapes, and they were color coded in three digit sequences, and that was all their data. That's how they stored data. Nowadays, it's in a room in servers. Like what you would see nowadays is like a server room. Okay, that was their computer room, and that's where all their data was. And they took a whole fucking room for whatever we have, like, in our pocket right now. Like, in our pocket was less than a fraction of what's in our pocket right now, right?
And it's crazy.
It took a whole room to store.
It's crazy too, because like when a lot of this could be like unbelievable, but when you have an actual IBM engineer who made the 5100 confirm that feature existed, it's kind of like, oh fuck, wait a minute. And
you're talking about what used to be called trade secrets, and what could be called actionable intelligence. So that's why they didn't let people know that the 5110 existed. That's actionable. That's actionable intelligence that could potentially at the time. We're not talking right now in 2026. Back in the 70s and early 80s, they didn't necessarily want everybody to know everything. Like, yes, the United States has always kind of been open with a lot of our secrets, if you want to call it that. We've been a little bit more free will and free going with some of our information, but there's still stuff that we don't tell people. Okay.
Yeah.
That did not shock me whatsoever. That didn't shock me at all.
So do you think we got all this technology from aliens? Well, that's the thing. Everything boils down to this fucking IBM. No. This one IBM was able to communicate with these retro communications that only very, very few systems still use to this day. And funny enough, Chernobyl still uses a lot of those retro systems still to this day.
It's because it's a very simple version of binary
and reliable. It's reliable.
It's just zeros and ones. It's just zeros and ones. If you want to break it down to its simplest level, it's just zeros and ones. It's not a bunch of code. It's not a bunch of freaking other craziness like we do nowadays. Like, that's where I fell off the cliff with the computer industry, was when it got too complicated to fucking write your own script.
Yeah.
I used to know how to write script. I no longer can, because I gave up about 25 years ago, because it was outpacing how fast I could learn. It was outpacing how fast I could learn.
But it's very interesting shit. And thank you, Jay. I really do appreciate it, because I believe that is my best work. But if you guys want to know,
it was fucking amazing.
So if you guys want to know, the next episode is going to be an actual true story about a guy named Stephen Gibbs, who created a small machine that you would hook up to, and it would give you you would time travel through astral energy. It's a very interesting thing, and he actually just died a couple years ago.
You talking about astral projection?
I think that's what it was.
I'm semi-familiar with some of that stuff, and
Yeah.
there's a his name is escaping me right now, but it was a guy that claimed to have worked for Area 51. He's very famous, actually. Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar. Yep.
Bob Lazar,
Mhm.
and he described a machine where he had to put his hand and there were these wires that would come out, and it would and he described this machine he had to sign in using this machine at Area 51, and then it came out like over 30 years later, like they did everything they could to discredit this guy, and then somebody found one, and then the government admitted it exists. When I was in the military, I did a whole lot of shit. I never had to sign in with a thing like that. Okay?
Yeah.
But to hear the government admit that like Bob Lazar was right, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
how close was I actually? How close was I actually? Right? Like,
well, and that's the thing when we're looking at technology and shit, like even common use technology today, the chips in our fucking debit cards, those are the exact same chips that were in our fucking ID cards when we were in the military.
Yep. It's the exact same shit.
And we in the military had been using those chips for a long time. My dad in the early 90s had a fucking CAC card with the exact same chip in it. And we didn't get those in debit cards until what, the last 10 years?
Yeah.
Probably.
That sounds about right. Yep.
10, 15, but yes. And I also want to unequivocally state that for all of our casual viewing audience, this is nothing to be scared of. Like there's no crazy secret knowledge.
Fun. Okay? This is fun.
It's just stuff that they're finally getting around to admitting because they can't deny it anymore. They just can't deny the existence of it.
It's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, and I mean, but that's the thing. Like, okay, yeah, there's technology that comes out where like someone's like, oh yeah, I had to use this XYZ at XYZ place. And then the government's like, no, that never happened.
No,
and then there's the common shit. I mean, us all three being people that's guys that served in the military, we know, where do they test most fucking brand new energy drinks that hit the market? On a fucking military installation. The first time I ever had a Monster before it became mainstream, before you could go to the fucking gas station and buy one, or the bodega if you're a fucking northerner, was on the fucking post. Like, we're the guinea pigs for 98% of everything that makes it into consumer hands.
Yeah, because we don't say no. We don't say fucking no. We're just like what time, what place, what uniform.
See, that's because there is a lost civilization in Antarctica. But to move on, this is a good transition because I'm back on my RP shit, my GTA RP. I can never get away from it, but I'm doing something different this time. It's fun. I'm actually about to show you if you'd like to see.
Absolutely.
So I joined
Grand Theft Auto.
And trust me, you're gonna like this because this isn't like, buy a house.
We're getting GTA before GTA 6 releases.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Joe. I've been up GTA 5 online.
Yeah, same here. And I have to say, this isn't anything that I've done before. Okay, this isn't me getting a job, fucking mowing lawns. No, this is me joining the fucking Marines. Okay,
in an RP.
In RP. Okay. And right now the Marines are the only ones available. The 101st are coming soon. So I'm gonna show you some footage, and I'm gonna do it chronologically. Okay. We got a couple things now. I have to say, I've never been a fucking Marine before, so this is interesting. Not saying hooah when I'm motivated and stuff, because it keeps on like slipping out.
Yeah. Now you got to say it as if you got a dick in your mouth.
You got to say yut. You got to say yut.
Yut. So here we go. And this is to critique what the fuck is going on with these people? Okay, like, is this like, are they smart? Because I'm gonna show you some patrol footage. I'm gonna show you training footage too.
It depends. Are all of the leaders for this part of the RP also Marines at one point? Because if so,
know.
then no, they're not smart.
I don't know, but
they eat crayons for breakfast and think sand is a fucking conditioner.
Well, Joe, hold on, because I've watched Arma footage before where civilians actually do a pretty good job. Civilians actually do a pretty good job.
So Jay, this is what this RP server is based on. Arma. They want you to have the Arma experience. So they have a whole lore set up where you're in Mexico in a fictional country called Valmeria, and you're going against the cartel. It's really cool. They got it all set up. It's a really cool story, right? So let's get on with some footage. Let me know if you can't hear it.
There's audio with this?
No sound. You don't hear it? No sound? Copy. How about now?
Negative.
Fuck me. Evie Mux wants to be a bitch with me today.
It's the aliens at Area 51 in the secret civilization of Antarctica.
Nothing?
No fucking nothing.
All right, so I didn't want to do it this way, but
it's all right. Whatever way works, man.
Okay. So when you're speaking, I will try my best to mute when you're speaking.
I'll put myself on mute.
It don't matter, but yeah, because I want you to kind of talk over this, or give me a signal when to pause it. But yeah, here we go.
Do not cook that grenade because you will kill us all.
Copy.
And I've got a shield. What I want you to do is I want you to click your right mouse button. I want you to slowly aim your mouse up.
Copy.
And I want you to throw that frag.
Copy that.
Yeah. Throw it like a fastball.
On my go?
We'll just demote soap.
Don't drop it.
Bro.
Don't drop it.
Bro, you're good. Frag out.
Oh shit.
Get back.
Shit.
The shield worked.
All right, so that happened.
Let me show you.
Do you want a tip, Private? Do you want a tip?
Yeah, I was.
You don't have to arc it. You don't have to arc it. Just look straight in front of you.
It will just look where you want to throw it.
Oh shit!
Back up!
All right, so that's the first ragtag of shit. Thoughts?
Oh.
Well, I had to leave. I had to leave the army, unfortunately, like right before I was about to be a drill sergeant. You know, the only part about being a drill sergeant that scared me was doing hand grenades, like with the privates. That was the only. And I was like, since I went to basic training as a baby private, I was like, oh my god, if I ever become a drill sergeant, like I'm gonna have to be the one doing this, and that's terrifying. Because some people don't grow up playing baseball or softball or athletically inclined, whatever, and that's terrifying. Terrifying.
I was just about to fucking call out Iron's comment here. That was 100% a private thing to do. Throw the fucking grenade and then stand there and stare.
Joe, I think you've heard this before, but both me and John, at our respective basic training grenade ranges, there was like at John's and at mine at Fort Leonard Wood, obviously, like there was a whole section roped off, and you could see fucking damage where a grenade had fucking dropped where they were and like exploded inside that cement, that cement square that you get in, and like that shit's terrifying. Like grenades are not fucking friendly. You know what I mean? Like, and it's
I told you about the time I was the NCOIC over the grenade range.
And
with the fucking full bird colonel.
Yep. I've got a video. I've got a video on my phone where we were doing grenades. This is when I was in the infantry. And they came out with a newer version of like basically what was the M67, right? The fragmentation grenade. But it had a new pin, and you had to twist the pin before you pulled it out. And of course, I'm left-handed and backwards, so I have to first off, I already have to hold the motherfucker upside down. So I had to figure out which way to twist it as I'm pulling it out. And on the video, you can see me fucking with it because I'm like, what the fuck? And my platoon sergeant's like, twist it the other way, and I'm like, I finally get it, obviously, with the death grip, and I throw it, and everything was fine.
Yeah.
But it does not take much with a fucking grenade. Like when those things are live, once that pin is fucking removed,
you gotta throw it.
You either throw it or you better fucking hold on tight. You better hold on tight.
Yeah.
Because as soon as that spoon comes out, it's live, and you've got about 3 to 5 seconds. And they literally tell you 3 to 5 because they don't know when it's gonna go off. 3, maybe 5, maybe 2. Who the fuck knows? That's why you fucking throw the goddamn thing as far away as you can, right? Like, because maybe it'll go off, maybe it won't.
See, I guess that's where I got lucky, Jay, because I'm left-handed, but I'm also ambidextrous. So, like with sports, when I played baseball, I throw right-handed.
Really?
So I got fucking lucky, and I never had to fucking hold my grenade upside down.
Yeah, that's something that you don't often see in movies. Is like if you have a lefty, like you're literally supposed to hold it upside down with the death grip, then pull your pin, okay, then fucking toss, right? Like that's they don't show that in the movie.
Yeah. This is for PC, for 5M. All right, so now I'm gonna show you some training footage now. Let me know if you can hear it. No.
Nope.
Got you. All right, here we go.
Basically it. In 5M, it's very simple. You just run in. You see a guy that's not your friendly. If we're currently in contact, you kill him, and then you move on and clear the rest of the building. All right. It is very bare bones, fellas. The guns that you have are issued to you for a reason because they're just better. Yeah, of course, the HK weapons are obviously going to be better than the other ones because they're soft weapons. They're supposed to kill faster, but the weapons that you're issued are better. From my personal. All right.
Yo,
from my
Martinez,
personal...
get the fuck out of here. What are you
doing? Murphy needed
Disappear. Disappear. We can carry it in here because we got special abilities. Let me phrase it like that. There's a contact in there. Sure. And doorways, don't we? We have a long doorway here which watches over other rooms.
We'll get into the good stuff right now.
You cut out.
Bang on.
I already fucked up, but okay. Move. Go we're all dead. We are all fucking dead.
So already, what do you already see wrong from this CQB training? This breach and clear we're supposed to be doing.
I don't know if it's because of the gameplay or any of that. It's probably hard to do an actual stack in a video game. It's probably hard to do an actual stack. There's a couple things wrong, but I don't necessarily know that's anything other than gameplay. Like when you do a stack on a door, okay, you have a breacher, you have the person kicking or blowing the door down, right? And then people move in basically, right? And when you move in, it does not matter who goes in first. Whatever way the first person goes, the second person goes the other way. And the third person goes, and that's how you start clearing your room, right?
Mm-hmm.
No matter what. If the person going in first says they're going to go left and they decide to go right, it doesn't matter who's behind them. You just go the opposite way. It does not matter.
Okay, like right here. Look at yeah. Were you just about to say something about this, Squillini?
The motherfuckers flagging each other with their muzzles.
Well, that might be gameplay. That just might be.
No, that's not gameplay. That's fucking.
Yeah, you're not supposed to flag like that.
That's just them fucking being idiots. I'm sorry.
So look at this. So you see, we're going here. We're about to go into this room here. We don't know what's on the other side, right? And this guy goes in. I should have been the one to go forward, and he decides to take point and gets himself fucking killed.
Well, that's why you're supposed to have a plan, right? And that's why you stick to the plan. And that's how stuff happens. When you don't follow protocol, or we practiced and we practiced and we practiced until we were tired, and then we fell asleep, and then we woke up and practiced again. When you don't do what you practiced, people die. That's kind of just how that happens. But yes, like I do like the shoot house. I think that's really cool that they made that. That's a good shoot house. Like it looks good on the screen. Like I'm sure, well, quite possibly all three of us. I know I've trained in shoot houses.
Oh, I have too.
Yeah, like.
But the least likely out of us would be the cook.
Are you getting an echo when you're talking?
Only with whatever you had going on for the video play.
It's just Joe, and I only hear.
You don't hear it when you talk, Jay?
Test? Not right now.
Test. Yeah. It's not happening right now because whatever you did to make the audio work for the video, when the video audio was good, if we talked, there was the echo because I heard it with Jay too.
So we have a thing, and it's military wide. If you're in some form of combat arms, we say shoot, move, and communicate. And when we talk about things like clearing rooms or clearing a building, or we have protocols for this stuff. There's literal manuals. And you can read the manual, but reading the manual does not do justice to actually performing the steps. Yeah. And we also say there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. There is no one way that's going to be the perfect way that's going to work every time. There's no such thing. So there's a lot of different ways. You have different ways of clearing by squad, by platoon, by company, by battalion, different divisions in the Army or the Marines. Mm-hmm. Like everybody kind of has their own way. It's functionally the same. Functionally, it's the same. You're getting the same job done. You're clearing a room, clearing a building. Okay, you're getting the same shit done. But some of the base level stuff is almost always going to be the same. Almost always, not always, but
yeah,
a good, very healthy chunk of the time, the base level stuff is always going to remain the same. Shoot, move, and communicate. You have to talk. Okay, you have to talk. You have to be loud because what are you doing? You're firing weapons, right? You have to talk. You have to be loud. Say it with your chest. Okay. Everybody has to know where you are. You have to know where everybody else is. Why? Because we don't want to flag each other. We don't want to accidentally shoot each other because that happens too. Friendly fire is not friendly, right? Right? That's how we avoid accidents. And if you actually want to kill the bad guy, unlike a certain Disney-fied episode that just came out, if you actually want to kill people, because that's your actual job, right? Like you have to take this stuff very, very seriously. Do you want them to go home or do you want to go home? Okay, you have to take it seriously. Now John, what I will say is, I don't know who in your server either did or did not serve. They all sound like civilians to me. They all sound like
civilians. I know what I've encountered maybe one or two veterans so far that I know of. Mm-hmm. But you could definitely hear that there's no jargon. But some of this might change your mind when I'm about to show you, because I'm about to show you an actual patrol that happened. And this is when I actually was kind of impressed.
One of them. Where are we going to start? Send it. Where are we going? We're going to be going to grid mark 232. 232. Give me a second.
mark it, just major head issue. Just keep driving, I'll direct you. Keep driving, I'll direct you. Take a left out here. I got it marked on that mate. First LTV, that's perfect spacing. Keep it a little distance, so you know, not too far, not too far. Just so that you're gonna be like a scout element in a sense. Yeah, perfect spacing, boys. This is exactly what I like to see.
We'll go forward a little bit. So the situation here is that we're making a roadblock. I'm pretty sure you guys have done this before. We have to, from what I've learned, you have to secure the perimeter, make sure no one gets through. ID any bad guy.
Cover. Try and use it.
Now they're gonna start building Hescos. This is when it starts getting pretty cool.
Resync props, please. Alright, let's just have one person building then, maybe, if that's gonna happen. Everybody, it will just be me and whoever's on the road right now. Me and whoever's on the road right now. I want 3 people at the front, 3 people at the back. Unless we have more, then allocate them, the individual soldiers to those points. I want individuals on those guns at all times. Solid copy on radio.
I like communication.
It's impressive.
It could still use some work, but a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Let's skip a little bit.
On there.
Should build a whole. Wow, they built a whole out here.
All right, let's set up, boys. Let's set up a defensive perimeter.
This is crazy. All right, here we go.
Hey, make sure we stop people on the southeast side. Not everyone has to go to that side. There's only one person I'm looking at.
You try to cross, man. What's your business, man?
Here we go.
Go to my job, man. No, you're fucking fat, bro. Yeah, I'm one, man. I've seen some guy on Instagram, bro. His name's El Gordo, bro.
Man, that's me, man.
Oh, that's you, bro.
Yeah,
That's you, bro.
Go, man.
Oh yeah, bro. You Gordo, bro.
You're a
For
guy.
real, bro.
Oh yeah.
Alright, man. Why you need to get past though? Why you need to get past though?
No one's pulling security but me.
I'm going to pick up for my dealer, man.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta do.
Man, I'm out of breath. I think I'm gonna push.
Snipers, where are those 2 going? The 2 vehicles that pulled off.
Hey, look, wait. How about we have a race? First one to the little crossing over there, yeah? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, okay, hey.
You need to get
Don't worry about him.
outside of it without. Are you sure you got? I'll get.
Just told you, man.
He's using the binocular to scope. All right, so right here.
All right, JTAC, will you look at that box over there on the passenger side?
So we got this suspicious vehicle over to the right.
Radio check.
Let me check. I mean, like, what is it, man?
What the fuck is he doing?
He's searching through the box.
Our friend in the pickup truck in the southeast just exited the vehicle.
Man, do you want to take a photo together?
Nah.
Keep eyes on him.
Okay, so what is
Copy.
what's in that box?
Selfie.
What's in that box?
I don't know, I'm still looking. Oh, I didn't do it. Oh.
He says to him, "There's lots of cocaine in the box."
I just told you, man.
He's using the binocular to scope the scene, and look what he pulls out the car.
All guys on the all guys on the hill.
Come on. Listen, I'll give you 10 guys.
You know you guys up there. Be advised, you.
Are you?
Oh my God, bro.
We're starting to lose control now.
Let me get a sit, man. Multiple Marines down at the moment. Be advised, we have. Oh, we're dropping like flies. Keep cover. We have 3 times arrested at this current time. I need additionals. Good copy. I'm flanking from the east hill. I'll copy over.
Be advised, our sniper team is down. I see them, or supporting team, whatever they are.
Rick, I need assistance at the Haskell. I have 3 times captivities with me.
I'm on the gun. You want me to make my way to you? Oh, here we go. Taking fire from a sniper on my gun.
Oh my God.
Get out of here.
Oh my God, amigo, what's going on? I'm just here shooting.
Get out of here. Go.
Hey, man, we can negotiate for your life, man. I'm worth a lot, man. Yeah, man, I'm worth a lot.
I got a vehicle on me, and I got a sniper shooting me on my southeast side. I'm taking cover on the gun. At this point, I've realized I'm alone.
Open the door, man. Open the door.
They're escaping.
Open the
Should
door,
I
man.
have open fired? Yes.
Position from the hill.
Uncuff me, man. Uncuff me,
We'll talk about that.
Yep.
Lit their asses up like a motherfucking Christmas tree.
There's all vehicles down there. Full price. Kill.
Oh, he just gave me the call. He just gave me the call. I never heard it. I never heard it.
Well, you said it. That's what happens when you lose control.
Oh, 1,000,000%. That car rolled up, you lighted up. Yep, that was my mistake. Yep, and then they're out of here. I may be the only person here.
I need an immediate cure right now.
They've taken the vehicles. The enemy has taken the Humvee. That's $63 million
Wait,
right there.
Can I get, Jonathan? Can I get you in a?
Not me.
In a helicopter, please. If you want intel and by helo, come to the health house now.
Yeah. So now I've walked out the vehicle.
Hey, Marine, walking off. Come back to the motor pool. Set up a JLTV. Please, just listen. Fucking hell, come back. Oh my God, never mind. I'll just go fuck myself. All right, keep driving. Hey, how about you listen to the fucking squad lead next time? Fucking
retard.
First off, the most realistic part about that whole thing was the end there when he's like, okay, I'll just go fuck myself. He gave an order and dude just fucking rolled off. Like,
Fuck it. Let's just all die.
All
fucking die today.
Yeah, so first off, I've now realized, and this is the 3rd time I've watched this footage back, and I've said to myself, should I have just fucking fired and gotten the medal that day?
So, I definitely have a couple critiques on this one. And when you set up a perimeter for security, nothing, and I mean less than 0, goes in or goes out without something happening. Everything stops at the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like right there, as you see, there's a vehicle all the way down there. They're checking it. So at this point, I mean, now that I've gone back, and here's the thing, to my defense, this was my first patrol. I had not have training on the gun, which I think I got the people who run the server. I think I got them in trouble about this. Because I was not supposed to be on that gun. 2, I I didn't even finish most of my training yet. So,
trial by fire, right?
You know, I don't even have an MOS. So now I'm thinking, damn, I could have just fucking been a fucking hero right here.
What? I think,
yeah. But overall, what do you think of the communication of it? Like, after hearing the actual, I believe it.
Well, there were some things that kind of started going in a good direction, and then when everything fell apart, I mean, it fell apart at the seams. I mean, like wheels fell off, wagons on fire, rolling down the hill in a million pieces. Like, and that's exactly what would happen in a kinetic environment.
Yeah.
You guys are all wasted. You guys are all wasted.
And the other side of it, you know, like Jay said, like zero gets it. Shit got in, obviously. We're past that point. You should have never been alone on a gun on one end of that fucking blockade by your fucking self ever. Even after they took El Gordo in, you still shouldn't have been left by yourself. They should have shoved his ass in your fucking vehicle so you could have maintained pressure going in the direction that you're supposed to be focusing on. Another squad on the other fucking end. The back and forth you were even doing. I mean, once shit went haywire, you had no choice but to check that way too.
Yeah, it was.
And then getting out of the fucking truck. Biggest fucking mistake ever. At that point, you're the sole survivor. Hop in the fucking driver's seat and try to get the fuck up out of Dodge.
Yep.
Get back to base. Call in a fucking medevac.
Call
whatever
radio. Get on the radio.
Yeah.
Like call backup. Call fucking a helicopter in. Like
and you want to know something too? This is the first time I heard the commander, because I think he might be Scottish or British. He's the whole commander, and his story is that he came in, you know, he came in as he got his United States citizenship. Really nice guy. I didn't hear him say if all vehicles are active, go ahead and kill. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have waited. The second that car rolled up beside me, it's at this point, as far as you're concerned, you're by yourself. Everything's fucking hostile that comes near you. You have now entered that realm where rules of engagement you're within that fucking dotted line. You can start fucking defensive maneuvers.
Yeah, because I mean, I was on the 50. I could have had a nice little handle there. I really could have.
I will say this is one element of gaming and video gaming, and because we've kind of come a long ways in the industry, we can watch stuff like this and we can actually critique it. And like, this is what we could do. This is what we should have done. This is what we did good. This is what we could do better next time. You know what I mean? And this is good for that kind of stuff, because you can see exactly what we did, what we didn't do, what we maybe should have done, what we could look at doing maybe next time. But yeah, moving vehicles, when you had a person outside the car and you've got 3 of our guys surrounding that person, also a no-go. Also,
that right there bothered me the most, right? Because someone, I mean, they had most of the guys on the other side pulling through. They had a fucking tower, you know, like a watchtower over there. But there was, you know, once El Gordo came into the scene, you know, everyone forgot about you know, everything that was around them. Because the one thing that caught my eye was the pickup truck that showed up over to the right.
Well, and if you're in a turret, that's what you should not be focused on what's in front of the truck. You should be focused on what's away. Like, that's why you're in the turret.
Yeah.
You don't get in a gun turret to shoot 6 feet in front of the truck.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, to their credit, there was this one guy. He's I think he's one of like the admins of the server, Costello. Really nice guy, and he's someone. And the one thing I do appreciate is that some of them, you could really hear that they really do give a shit, and they try their best to get it right. But Costello, he really, I don't know if he served or is serving, but the way that he talks, there's a strong appreciation for what we do, and having a conversation with him and kind of him giving me the rundown about everything. He pulled after I didn't record it, but after I had gotten shot, I had stood there because you have the choice just to leave the server completely, or they'll come and get you through a medevac. They'll do a whole rescue mission and all this stuff. Their communication was best there. But the one mistake that they made was that my body was behind that HESCO there, and they couldn't find me. So up until they all left, they still saw that my IR scanner was still on, and they were just like, "There's another fucking guy here. What the fuck?" But overall, I think I do agree they absolutely definitely need to get it together, because I know how immersive they want to be. They want to be like Arma immersive, but there's a lot of guys in there that don't. I guess
well, right.
Yeah, because the admins want it right, and you could tell.
None of us on our first day in the Army were any fucking good at it, and I don't care how attuned to it you are. I don't care if you grew up shooting squirrels in your backyard. You don't get it until you get it.
Shit, I do that today.
Thank you. You're either trained or you're untrained, and if you're not trained, you won't get it until you're trained. I mean, that is just on a linear scale. You either is or you ain't, and that takes practice. That takes practice. That's where you have to do it over and over and over.
Yeah.
You're tired now. We're gonna do it 5 more fucking times before you get to go before you go down for the night.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And I really do appreciate what they're doing, because for me, it's fucking, on the flip side, none of us our last day weren't any good at it either. Agreed with that too, but overall, I will give credit where credit is due. They did a fucking fantastic job with the server. I know the 101st Airborne is coming soon, so I can't wait to throw on some OCPs and get that fucking
Marpat. I think it's called Marpat.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, and fucking, I'm just like, man, but it's great. They do a really good job. They have a lot of good mods in there to make it as immersive as possible.
I like what they're doing about that part. And I would say, if we're looking at it strictly, we're having fun, we're playing a video game, we're basically all civilians. Not terrible. But if I was going to actually critique it, we've got a few things to talk about. Also going back to where we were talking about, should I have just opened up? We all said yes, but even in those situations, you don't necessarily just start opening up, because when that depends on what caliber of weapon you have in the turret,
which was a 50.
And if it was a 50, even if you're kind of off to the side, but you're still in front of it, so it could be shooting over here, and you're just kind of standing over here. Just the concussion of that 50 cal, if you are in front of where the weapon is firing, can fuck you up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the concussive blasts.
The concussive force. Yeah.
Yeah, can fuck you up, and that's something that has to be taken into account.
It's probably why they yelled at everyone the other day for certifications. They literally said, yeah, after that happened, I think I got them in trouble, because obviously I'm just a fucking private, but they told someone that was a higher rank than me, and I don't know how immersive they want to be, but I'm going full in. I even got a PT outfit. Okay. And when they saw me fucking doing jumping jacks with those fucking hot pants and that green shirt, they were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm doing PT." They're like, "Yeah, fuck yeah." So I think I just fucked it up for everybody.
Because now everybody's going to be required to wear that shirt for PT.
That's the part of gaming where John, you are still allowed to have fun. You are still allowed.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, and it's the most fun I've had in a long time. For RP server, I do, and to their defense, I believe they just opened. I think they're only a couple weeks out. So they got some work to do.
I would say Generation Kill. Watch certain scenes from that series.
Do it again. Yep.
Even going back to like stuff like Band of Brothers, like watch what they did wrong.
Oh,
watch what we would say nowadays they did wrong, and you can see the progression from literally from World War II up until present day.
Yep.
How we progress and how we trained infantry fighting units, our Army or Marines, how we train in the infantry to seize an objective, to hold an objective, to pull security on an objective.
Yep.
Okay. These are all lessons learned, and the only way we learn lessons in the military is by blood and sweat and a lot of tears. Somebody suffers, and that's the only way we learn, and that's why we have doctrine. That's why we have what we call doctrine.
Yep.
And that's how it becomes doctrine, is through a lot of blood sacrifice. People died, people suffered, they lost limbs, they came home never the same, or they didn't come home at all. That's how we have doctrine, by learning those hard motherfucking lessons. Hard ass.
That's right. That's fucking right. But that was it's gratifying to have a little fun and have something like Arma, which I wasn't really good at, but I love Arma. I love that milsim world. I want to do with it. I want to do it with airsoft. So fucking hook me up.
Absolutely. Before we're even talking about using weapons, communication is absolutely vital.
And some of them got it. Some of them got it. They got the how copies down, and when it comes to the lines are the air, because they have to put numbers on the map on pretty much each block on the map so that we can identify where everything is. So when they say like, line 252, that's the grid on the actual map in GTA. So it's pretty cool. I have more footage for that. I got a video coming out about it, and there is a lot of, and the funny thing is too, let's say there's no patrols going on, there's a lot of hurry up and wait. So I think it's given the full experience. Just let me get my OCPs on, please.
Absolutely.
But guys, we're coming here at the end right now. This was a great conversation and episode. We had a great one. Once again, guys, you already know what happens throughout the week. Make sure you guys check out our friends over at JM and Diggs, and you check out Tito and BRVG and Morning Rips and all the fun stuff, and all that good stuff. But go ahead and take away the final thought.
Well, I don't know about everybody else, but your friendly neighborhood Jay is probably the resident guru when it comes to therapy and acknowledging that things are not always going to be the same anymore. Okay, and I want to remind everybody, it's not something we have to fear. All right, we don't have to live our lives in fear. It's okay to be scared sometimes, but when you're feeling those feelings, they don't seem the same anymore because you're not used to it anymore. So when you get scared nowadays, it gets scary because you're not even used. Like, what am I feeling? Like, what is this feeling I'm feeling? Oh,
yeah.
This must now I remember what being scared is like again, right?
Yep.
And it's very shocking. It disrupts your nervous system. Okay. Things get really loud and brightly colored and scary. And I want to remind everybody, when we come onto this podcast every week for 5 years plus running now, we're coming up on year 6 right now. We're in year 6. We're coming up on year 7 actually, and you can see the progression. It's not always good. It's not always bad. Some weeks are better than others. Some days are better than others. Some 1 hour time periods are better than others. Okay. If you are in need, okay, reach out to somebody. I have a call list of some of the gentlemen that I do therapy with. I can call them anytime. They will pick up the phone. I'll pick up the phone for them. Okay. You've got your family. You've got your friends. You've got your loved ones. You got your homies. Okay, your homie's little sister's cousin's boyfriend, okay, that you met last week at the bar. Call them if you need to. Okay, call somebody. Okay, do not do it alone. Just like John got fucking left behind in that video game, okay, that's not how we operate. We do it together as a team. Okay, we're a unit. Nobody gets left behind. That is how we operate. That's the only way to operate. If you're doing it alone, you're doing it wrong. And that's not to bash anybody over the head, okay? But don't be an island. You cannot be an island, okay? Call somebody, reach out. If you're climbing the walls and scraping the inside of your head, go take a walk, touch some grass, do something, okay, that doesn't remind you of whatever you're being reminded of, okay? Nothing is ever going to be easy. Life is not static. It's very, very dynamic. It moves, it has waves, okay? Like, it gets fun, it gets scary, and you never know what's around the corner. Okay, we don't have a time travel device yet, at least not the three of us. Okay, I'll let you know.
We're working on it.
I'll let you know when I find one if I do it. I promise, but I probably won't be here if I do. Right? I want you guys to be here next week. That's what we've said from the beginning. That's why we always end the show with this, very serious, not screaming and hollering about, my favorite comic book, whatever. Okay, that's more kayfabe. This is serious. All three of us have lost people. I'm pretty sure anybody watching this right now has lost somebody. Okay, we're not trying to do that. Not right now. We need you guys here. Okay, one team, one fight for life. For life. All right. We'll talk about the opposite of life on another episode. Not today. Not today. We've already had a couple of episodes where one or all three of us have lost somebody within that last week, and it fucking sucks. You can see it on our faces. If you go back to those old episodes, you can see it on our faces. You can see the horror. As they said in Apocalypse Now, the horror. It is horrific every time.
It is.
We need you guys here. I don't care if your team leader that you haven't talked to in 10 years, he hated his guts when he was your team leader. Call that motherfucker and say, hey, how you doing? I was thinking about you. Okay? Call someone. Do something. Something is always going to be better than nothing. Okay? Right or wrong, make a decision, but don't make the wrong decision. Reach out. Okay? If you have no one, if you are at the end of your rope, if it's 3:30 in the goddamn morning at the witching hour, okay, and you're scared you're going to wake somebody up and you don't want to disturb their precious slumber, you have other options available. You can text or dial 988. You can also dial 1-800-273-8255. That is 1-800-273-TALK. Get it the fuck off your chest. Get it the fuck off your chest. No fear, guys. No fear. My 45-year-old ass was wearing those stupid no fear shirts when I was in middle school, right? Okay? But it's not just a slogan. It's a mentality. It's an idea. Okay? And ideas go a lot farther sometimes. Sometimes the idea will take you farther than the reality. Okay? No fear, guys. Don't be scared. All right? We don't do scared business in this house. Okay? They don't do it in their houses. I don't do it in mine. I don't care which point of the compass we're on. We don't do the scared business.
That's right.
Okay? All right? Fuck the bullshit. Call somebody. Talk to someone. Do something other than nothing. Okay? Because nothing is what will lead into that dark-ass fucking cave that might take you 6 months to get out of, if ever. Okay? We've all seen it. You're better than that. We need you here. We love you. Okay? I don't care if we get 1 viewer or 10 million. It's going to be the same every week. All right?
Right.
Please come back to us. 168 hours. That's all we ask. 168 hours. Okay? That's 7 days. That's 7 days in linear time. All right? We want you back here. We want you back next week, smiling, looking pretty, smelling fresh. All right? With your beautiful fucking duds on, right? We know you guys can do this. We know you can do it. You've been doing it for almost 6 years. It's going to be 6 years next month, John. Can you believe that? 6 years next month.
That's something.
That's something a whole mess of motherfucking podcasts cannot say. A whole mess.
A lot of files.
Yeah. One of these days, somebody's gonna be scraping YouTube, and they're gonna be like, "Who in the fuck are these dudes?" Because they've been doing it every week since coronavirus. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep. And with that, guys, thank you so much for coming to another episode. We will see you guys next week. And peace out, guys. Have a good one. Drink water, black socks. Everybody sing. Your mama straight up to the stove. Tell that bitch to bring home a Fago. Peace out, motherfuckers.